I'm Eugene Zaslavsky, Media Development Foundation Executive Director, and I will talk about what we are doing. We have three different levels, and the first one is find um, young promising journalists in Ukraine and in the region, and to give them um, skills and to show them that real journalism exists. And for that, we have our journalism exchange program. And now we have more than 800 alumni. And it's a very good program for young journalists. The second one is middle career specialists. Um, we all know that when you work at the media more than 5 years, you think that you know everything, and it's like some kind of death valley when you don't want to go further. And we try to catch them at this death valley and give them this skill set to become irresistible in their newsrooms, like core editors. And this third one, it's our acceleration. It's kind of MBA, media MBA programs for media managers. And now we have them uh, 4 waves in Ukraine and in Eastern Partnership countries. And yeah, so for now we graduate 40 per media, 40 participants in neighborhood countries, and teach them. It's very close to mini MBA, but to plus to that we have mentorship program, we have alumni meetings, like community, we have meetups, so a lot of activities, and we build with them their content strategies, their core strategies, how to manage organizations, how to manage people, how to separate people on teams, and give them um, aims. And yeah, and we have pretty good results. And as you see, um, a lot of them grew at the media and as the organizations. They hired new journalists and commercial professionals, new staff. They increase their audience in very big numbers. They increase their income, and I want to share some examples. Yeah, so uh, we have some success stories. Like not only raise their audience or income, but we have with some of this media we build communities. With some of this media we build first paywall in Ukraine regional media. For some we are building membership model with two media, and we have our mentor here, Andrey Boborykin, and he can say more about that. So it's a lot of work. It's a big team, and uh, to show it more, I have this example of our Rosanna Tuzhanska Varosh. and I can say that she implemented everything that we want to implement in her newsroom. And as you see, our trainers and mentors not only teach, but also go to work into regional this media and help them to um, build strategies, build business strategies, create media kits, create commercial department, and um, build some KPI system in newsroom and in commercial department, raise their income. So it's a lot of outputs, and we have that. It's a big bunch of work, but we think that we can build something more. And now my colleague Andrey Boborykin can say more about our new program that we can present here now.
Thank you.
Okay, Andrey, floor is yours.
Hi, everyone. Um, I think that there's a request, Eugene, to go to full screen with your file.
No, I
Yeah,
don't. Okay.
Okay, we can see it. Yeah.
yeah, it's good now. So my name is Andrey. Currently, I lead digital development at a Ukrainian public broadcasting company, and I also help MDF to run different stuff, different activities for publishers. And we have a new program um, which is called Core, and I will try to describe it and in a couple of minutes. Could you please click to the next slide? Yeah. So Core is basically it has several like directions, and it's mostly focused on local media landscape, local media in Ukraine and in the neighboring countries. And just to give like a brief overview of what's happening in on the local in Ukraine for everyone who might be interested. So the local media landscape in Ukraine has not been really vibrant before, and it's obviously not really vibrant now. And the market that's currently on the local advertising market and the local media market is having troubles as everywhere else. But in Ukraine, locally, um, the advertisers are, if they are active, they are going straight to the platforms. So they are avoiding native advertising in the local media, and the those that haven't made a proper transition to digital are struggling as well. And obviously, we see quite often in our accelerator programs at MDF that one of the biggest issues that the local publishers who are participating have is that they don't have a lot of they don't have access to other media managers on the local level. So we see that quite often media managers in Lviv or Odessa, for instance, they are quite active on Twitter, speaking to experts from, I don't know, New York
Here.
University or media membership puzzle managers, but they don't know anyone around them and don't have many opportunities to like not don't have many platforms um, to speak with Ukrainian or regional media managers community. So with our activities, we tried to address that issue as well. Could you click to the next slide, please? Yeah, Eugene doesn't like that slide with the meme, so we will avoid that. So with the MDF's accelerators, the biggest the biggest problem that we have faced is that oftentimes a participant comes to the program with a certain problem, like we want to launch a video studio, or we want to upgrade our membership model, or we want to start doing podcasts. And the traditional accelerators, or if you can call them traditional, because it's quite a new thing for Ukraine, I guess, and overall. And with our accelerators that we have done previously, we would usually help a media publisher to address that very problem that he or she comes with, and resolve that with help of experts or with our own help. But quite often we see that while we help launching a video studio or a podcast, oftentimes we wouldn't help solve much more fundamental issues, like, I don't know, the overall monetization strategy the publication has, or editorial management processes, or other aspects of media as a company. And while thinking about the next format for the accelerator program, we decided to take it a bit further and make it long-term, and first of all, and to try to address all the issues, all the aspects and activities of media as a company and media as a product, and involve more experts from the practical sides of media business. And we called it core, and we called this new accelerator core growth program. And that's like one of the biggest focuses that we're going to have right now. Also, we see that
so if I can just jump in, Andrey, just to give a little bit of context. So basically what you're saying is, like, look, accelerators are great, but it only, people come in to accelerate some small piece of their business. What you're saying is you need a local network, a local infrastructure to support media on a continuous long-term basis. Is that sort of the idea behind core?
Yeah. Well, obviously you have participated in the accelerators as well, and you have seen that we have over these, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, we have accumulated, if I can say so, a network of practical experts, not only focused on content, but also focused on other aspects of media as a company, like audience development, editorial management, monetization, sustainability, and so on. And I think that this is one of the biggest strengths of MDF's programs in Ukraine, at least, because I don't know if there is anything like that other than what MDF does, at least in Ukraine, and for the broader region as well. So what we are doing now, what we want to do now, is that we want to have the participant upgrade everything else, and not just its current development focus. So if a company, okay, like the Ukrainians that I am working with right now as a mentor, and we are helping them build a membership to take their membership program further, and both technology-wise, processes-wise, marketing-wise, and but it's like one part of the Ukrainians as a media company, and if we had more time, if we could involve more people to work with Taras, who is a publisher of the Ukrainians, I think that it would result in like a tremendous leap forward for this company as a media company.
So just to jump in, so basically this kind of program, then it becomes a little bit more similar to what in the startup world is sometimes called incubators. Is that a little bit of the spirit here, that you have a local center, a hub where you can essentially go to and get the expertise, the community, and the trainings that you would need?
Yeah, well, I think that when we met in Musafir Cafe like 3 years ago with you and Eugene, I think it was the idea of the accelerator from the beginning to be like accelerator / incubator. So yeah, but I don't. We have this like a tradition of using startup buzzwords in. While talking about media, but I think that with startups, it's less focused on sustainability, but what we are focused right now across everything that we do in the media world is basically trying to grab sustainability and to finally reach it and stay in the sustainable zone.
Okay.
Yeah, so apart from our growth program, we also plan to leverage the experts community and provide services to publishers that like of a more on-demand nature, because we see that sometimes the media companies don't have the capacity to be a participant of the long-term accelerator or incubator program, but they still want their problems to be addressed and needing expertise with that. And so this is pretty much the same expert community that we have with the longer growth program. And we have seen during the COVID that MDF launched this Facebook group, which at first like became a media and COVID topic discussion, but I think that now it's like a very active community of media practitioners, and it's like one of the reflections of the community that we have gathered over the years with MDF programs. So we want to take it further with both the expert platform and the media community platform that we plan to grow. It concerns the events that we are going to do, hopefully more once this online focused thing ends. And as Eugene mentioned, last year and the year before, we experimented with the meetup format and did like a media pain conference, which was rather successful among the practical focused media managers in Kiev. And we want to do more of that more often. And Mizhigirya Fest that you are doing with like the bigger festival as well. And also we're thinking of more content as everyone else does, like maybe launching a podcast or taking the lead blog further. So that's the plan. Maybe we can maybe some questions.
Okay, I'm just going to jump forward a little bit because we are running a little bit short on time, but
Yeah.
I want to come back to some of the points that you raised around the long-term sustainability and also sort of this pain points driven approach to education.